morning, y'all. Just like clockwork, I pretty much wrote this video a year ago. Joe steps down. Of course, he endorses Kamala. Of course, he gets lots and lots of money. She gets lots of money, cackling Kamala the next day. And nobody's even seen Joe in 4 days. And there's no presidential seal on the letter that he resigned with. Nobody's even seen Jill in 4 days, to my knowledge. And so it's going to go faster and faster. It's going to get kookier and kookier. Earth's axis is completely rotating out of control. And we could feel it. I could feel it. You could feel it. By the way, before I start this video, there's a lot of talk about the BRICS currency completely overtaking the dollar, and they're just waiting to flood us. They're waiting to strike. They're waiting to kill us. It's going to be really, really good to have some gold bars and some silver bars. I'm just saying, I don't have any faith in this government. I don't have any faith in their ability to keep the dollar strong. So go to protectwithbuddy.com. Allegiance Gold has you covered as far as silver and gold goes. I always tell y'all, we need food, ammo, silver, gold, right there. And you will survive. You will keep your currency actually worth something. Protectwithbuddy.com. Now let me let y'all in on something from the Patriot Voice I just read. It says, America, we have some major problems right now. And I think it's plainly obvious to see that we have lived through a successful coup today of Joe Biden in the White House. Today, speaking, of course, of Sunday. This should trouble every American because this is totally unprecedented and dangerous. Never before has there been a time where a sitting president steps down and leaves nothing but a note. No address to the nation. No press release. No pre-recorded messages. Nothing. Just silence. And then my friends at DC Drano, I love these guys, says the Democrats wanted Biden out. The Biden family wanted him in. So they waited until Biden was incapacitated with COVID and out of the Oval Office, sent a tweet, then dropped it out, and filed the paperwork for Kamala, got the media all behind it, and now Biden can't unring that bell. This is called a coup. Good job, DC Drano. That's absolutely 100% this was. A coup, by the way, if you want the definition, is defined as a sudden exercise of force in politics or a violent overthrow of an existing government. We don't know how violent, we don't know how, we just know it's secretive. We know something went on and it ain't right. Let me make this clear, y'all. Kamala may be here right now at the starting line, but she ain't gonna be there at the finish line. When Trump wins, they could still rig it. Don't get me wrong. He may not be in office, but he'll definitely win. When he wins, I believe that Biden will swear in Kamala as a publicity stunt. So all these 45, 47 hats you're wearing, they need to change those to 45, 48. One way or another, God help us, Kamala, whether it's for 2 days or 2 months, will be president as a publicity stunt. Whether they win the office, whether they lose the office, she will be 47. Now, you're asking yourself the same thing I'm asking myself. Why would you run somebody who clearly does not have a chance? Let's not forget that Kamala dropped out of the Democrat primaries in 2020 because she had less than 1% of the vote. 1%, y'all. And let's talk about how Trump is a threat to democracy because the liberals just took out their own guy and politically offed him. But yes, Trump is a threat to democracy. Well, you know what? You're damn right he is because he wants a republic the way this should be. The USA is a republic, not a democracy. You better believe we're a threat to democracy. So if you want to talk about a coup, the real coup took place back in 2020, and we all know that. But now we're dealing with the fact that nobody is running America. There's no elected official whatsoever. Biden is incapacitated, like we just said. So who's in the Oval Office sending out these tweets? Who's in the war room if Russia or China starts feeling lucky? When you think about the kind of meetings that Putin and China are probably having right now in North Korea, I think all my Canadian subscribers are going to understand me perfectly clear when I say America has pulled the goalie. We got absolutely no protection. Now, I personally believe that it's Barack. I think he's in the Oval Office. I think he's making these calls. By the way, did you notice that the Clintons immediately endorsed Kamala, but the Obamas did not? Way to support women of color there, Barack. Or it's because he knows dadgum well they're about to march out Big Mike and Hillary together. And the reason Trump has a major edge over these Democrats, y'all, to completely just defeat them is because the Democrats have to go against the Democrats and the deep state. They have to battle all the infighting there before they even get a chance to get to Trump. They're fighting three sides. It's a nasty crossfire. If it feels ugly, it's because you're watching Plan B, which never ever goes as smoothly as Plan A. The overthrow of Biden would have never happened if Trump didn't turn his head at the very last second. Imagine if the Braves, all of a sudden, the Atlanta Braves marched out Freddie Freeman. And you're like, he can't do that. That's an illegal substitution. We all know Freddie plays for the Dodgers now. Well, yeah, but he used to play for the Braves, and we're going to use him until we can get over the hump. And they just said, we're doing it. Well, that's illegal, and you can't, all these kind of things. And they defiantly just stood by it. Well, the Braves would have to forfeit because it is illegal and it's a revolt against the sport of baseball. Well, as awesome as baseball is, baseball doesn't matter. But what I'm just described is exactly what's happening in the White House right now, an illegal substitution. I look forward to seeing Joe in the next couple days in the flesh, or at least in the mask, because we're going to see one of those two situations. But before I go, I want to leave y'all with a beautiful, articulate speech from Kamala Harris on school buses from October 22. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you've seen a yellow school bus? Many of us have gone to school on a yellow school bus, right? And, you know, it's part of our experience growing up. It's part of the nostalgia. It's a memory of the excitement and the joy of going to school with your favorite teacher, to be there with your best friends and learn. And the school bus takes us there. Democrats, you ought to be proud. Thank y'all for watching. God bless.